Why is it important to make time for your loved ones? Why is it important for you as an educator to set aside time to spend with your family? Well, let's talk about that today. Hi, I'm LaWanda Shields with 2Q Classroom, and today we're talking about why it's important for us to make time for our families. Our families are our core. They are our centers. They are the center, well, at least they should be, of our universes, and they are the main support system that most of us have. So it is not fair for us to go to work every day and give our all to our little babies in our classroom, and yet we never make time for our own children or for our spouse. So as an educator, what can we do to ensure that our own children are getting to spend time with us, our spouses spending time with us, that we are present and in the moment? You know, we always hear it at work that we need to make sure that we are present and in the moment, where our families deserve us to be present and in the moment too. So let's talk about some things that we can do. One of the main things we can do is we can get up a little earlier. And I know if you're like me and you have a long commute, then getting up even a minute earlier may seem like torture, but you can get up a little earlier just so you can spend those extra moments with your children before they head off to school. Unfortunately, I can't get up any earlier to spend time with my son because he's still in the bed. But I do make it a point to wake him up before I go, just so I can look at him, so I can say, have a great day, son. What's going on with you today? I make an extra effort to spend those moments with him because I don't get to spend them with him as he's heading off to school. So if you can get up a little earlier, and I know your kids may not like being woke up earlier, but just spend those few moments. It's amazing how precious those moments and that time is. Just eating breakfast with them, or just taking those few moments to talk to them about what they have going on at school, or what's going on in their life, or what's going on for that day. It is imperative. That's a part of communication, and we know that is one of the main keys to having a successful relationship with our children. So let's make it a point to get up a little earlier, to spend that extra time with them. Leave work on time. My goodness, teachers. Leave work on time. Stop hanging back those few moments talking about you're going to grade those extra papers. You're going to spend that extra time putting that, setting the room up, or doing whatever this is. Guys, give yourself a time limit, because I'm not going to tell you not to do that. It's imperative that you have that room set up and ready for the next work day. But try to condense that down to about 10 to 15 minutes. If it takes you longer than that, then you need to come up with a better classroom management strategy to help you transition from your last class to the end of the day, so you don't get left behind cleaning a nasty classroom or straightening up behind children that do not belong to you. So set up your classroom in no more than 10 to 15 minutes. Get your stuff ready and get out of the door. And I know it would be awesome if we actually had planning time, but it has become the norm around here for school districts and people in general to plan things during our planning time. Planning time was actually meant for us to plan our lessons and grade our papers and get us ready for the next day. But for some reason, districts have come up with the bright idea that we don't have other things to do, that we would rather do our planning at home and our grading papers at home. And the reason that is because we have allowed them to do that. So we have made this the norm. Us taking papers home and neglecting our family and children have become the norm. And it should never be that way. And so I'm encouraging you now to not do it. I don't care if you don't have the time to do it. Don't do it. Your district or your whomever needs to figure out that you are not going to work at home. Once they see that you're not going to do it, and the rest of your fellow teachers stop doing it, they'll stop doing it. They'll start allowing you to have your planning time that's not spent in a meeting, that's not spent talking to parents, that's not spent listening to a lecture or something else. You need to plan. You also need that time to go to the bathroom and to make those phone calls and do whatever it is that you need to do. But stop doing it. That's the other thing. Don't take those papers home. Say no. Don't grade them. This is my thing. Come up with a faster system for grading. I will come up with a video about that, how you can quickly grade your papers, how you can quickly check those essays that does not entangle or encompass, that's what I mean. You taking all of that stuff home and spending your whole weekend, your whole Thanksgiving break, your whole Christmas break grading papers. That's not fair. You need to be present and in the moment for your children, for your family. And I think that's the reason a lot of teachers burn out. We burn out so fast because we have allowed society and school districts to dictate to us to take that stuff home, to do that. You will love your job much better when you can leave your job at work. Okay? So go home on time. Don't take those papers home. You also have to make a conscious effort to spend time with your family. Just like you and your spouse need a conscious time to have date night or together time, you need to make a conscious effort to have together time with your children and your partner. That means don't wait on spontaneity. Plan it out. Plan it. Plan. Get you a calendar out. I might would even start this in the summer and list out the days, or pick a day of the week out, or one day every week. Just pick you a day that you're going to make sure that you spend that time with your family. And most districts now release a calendar for the next year before school gets out, so you have a pretty decent idea of what you can expect with your school year. So plan out. I just said don't wait on spontaneity. Plan it out. But also take those moments, those special little moments that pop up. Take those moments and use them. Use them to spend that time with your family, with your children. Allow some spontaneity. Some. Plan the rest of it, but allow some. Make sure you have enough space in your life or in your time to do that. Allow some spontaneity. Another thing I'm going to tell you is to remember to put family first. Put yourself and your family first. When it comes down between family and it comes down between work, put family first. I know that may sound counterintuitive with what society is telling us today, but remember, your family is important. They're your center. They're your support. Make sure you are doing that. Guys, if you have not done so already, be sure to give this video a like, a thumbs up, and that you subscribe for more teaching tips and hacks. And guys, this has been me, LaWanda Shields, today with 2 Cute Classrooms, talking to you about how we can make time for our families, why we need to make sure that we're doing just that. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you in the next video.